Oh, there goes the bus. Right as I walk out, I gotta make this walk here, man. First off, greetings, brothers and sisters. I'm not in a good mood at all. My camera is busted. The phone is busted. While trying to get a knot out of the back of on my shoulder at work with my little stress ball thingy, whatever you want to call it, I fumbled and bumbled my phone, as I do often, and my thumb pressed down on it, I guess, when I caught it, and basically just ruined the phone. The cracks at the bottom of the phone from when I had the phone in my pocket at work one day and bent over and it fell out of my shirt pocket. That didn't, it puts, it broke the phone, but it didn't, I could still see, everything on the screen. But now it's to the point where even this video, it's just so messed up. I don't know if the phone's going to get worse overnight, but here's the deal. I have made 2 videos that were both an hour and 15 minutes long. I had clips. I had flat earth things. I had a lot of stuff. I had a Mother's Day message. I had a lot of stuff before that phone got jacked up. All those videos are gone. I guess, just have to, either redo them or just forget about them. But these are the things that I talk about. I'm more disgusted with myself and the attitude that I had after the phone broke. Because, see, this is what I'm talking about when I say spiritual warfare, okay? It's not bad for me to drop a phone or break a phone. It's then, okay, can you function at work knowing you got to come up off probably $70-something when you wake up? I always track my spending when I get paid on Wednesday, so that following Monday, if that's the start of, the week that I'm not supposed, the week in between the next payday or the next pay week. And I always analyze and try to track my spending of, okay, I'm starting the week with this much or that much. And it kind of gives me an indication how I've been doing. So now this totally just says, hey man, if you don't take your motherfucking ass on somewhere, don't play with me. But now, when that happened with my phone, I lost it. And George, everybody knows George. I've talked about George plenty of times. He's an 18-year-old kid from Cameroon who is the assistant manager. And I feel bad for the way I treated him. Not directly, but indirectly after my phone, got busted. At that point, I thought about just clocking out, going to go get another phone and come back and help him close. But time started to go by a little fast, but the way I was behaving was just unacceptable. And this is what I talk about when I say, when I talk about the spirituality deal, where one of the 3 is that you do not have an abundance of anything. Having an abundance of anything will keep you, it'll have your ego behave in ways that if you knew you didn't have a lot of money or you didn't have a lot of this or that, your black ass would sit down somewhere and you would not be spending or doing this or doing that. So as soon as that happened, I told Caesar, I said, Caesar, you see what I'm talking about, bro? You see what I said, now all of a sudden, he was like, I already know, bro. He was like, I see what you mean. Like, as far as now you all of a sudden got to come up off, $70, $80, $90 for another phone. I'm like, yeah, you see? Like, this is the shit that I'm talking about, and I will never fucking come out of this hole when this type of shit happens. I have to take monumental sacrifices like paying $200 to try to get to try. Cause I tell y'all, man, I cannot stand book work. But to try to get this piece of paper so then I can get some type of grant to have money to fall back on if things like this at my job happen and everybody says, oh, hey, what happened last night? I promise you I could justify everything that I did by saying like, man, hey, I tried to tell this nigga like, bro, I'm trying. I got a bad attitude right now. I'm trying to chill out. I'm trying to get through this shit. Unlike everybody else who you've seen, they walk out on you or, you know, whatever. But when I do things, it's all of a sudden World War III and CJ needs to be nuked, terminated. Like, it's ridiculous. So that's the little worry I have in the back of my mind of like, okay, I'm off tomorrow. I hope, you know, everybody know now, like I said, with the meetings. Charles, we got to have a meeting. No, we don't. I told y'all, like, instead of my brother being the one to commit suicide, I feel like it should have been me. Because I'm still out here trying to play catch up. Even my little brother even had a car and a woman and some type of a normal life. So when I heard he did, I'm like, bro, that was supposed to be me. I'm fucking up out here so much still, bro. I'm the one that should be dead and gone. That's how I feel. Like, dog, I'm still out here trying to get it right to the point where when stuff like that happened with my phone or anything like that, man, I'm like, dog, why now? I still got to get through 4 fucking hours and hope that the phone doesn't start to like get moisture in the phone and then the screen just gets more and more rainbow and shit. Like, as soon as I wake up in the morning, like, I'm already gonna be in the negatives. So we're literally starting the week with negatives. I have another bank card, but I try not to use that card. That card is for savings. That card is for, I put money on that card. So I try not to use the Bank of America card. But it's like, dog, here we go again with this fucking shit. And I've been saying for the longest I needed another phone, but having to make sacrifices, I've just kept putting it off. There's been so much shit. I'm trying to just trying to keep a cool head, man. Trying to keep a fucking cool head. I mean, goddamn, like I said, I hated that I had to leave that boy hanging like that. As far as like, I didn't, you know, like switch the bins out, you know, clean the line and all that shit. I just left. I grabbed my bag and left at 10:55. I was like, bro, this shit got me pissed the fuck. I don't want to work out. Nigga, I went to Whataburger and ate. And I'm going home with nothing. When the hell do I ever go home with no food? Today, I'm just not in the fucking mood, man. Spending. I'm just tired of it. Like, goddamn. It's already enough that I have health issues. That's hundreds of dollars right there. I've always said that shit. That's why my roommate was able to do what he was doing, because he can get drunk all goddamn day, drunk and high, and pop pills and do all this other shit. Eat one meal a day, pass out at like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, stay up till 6 at night, and he's only spent $15 in a day because he doesn't have the ailments and shit. He can just get as fucked up as he wanted and never ever, you know, throw up or headaches or none of this shit. Meanwhile, I'm the guy over here going to the gym, always been physically fit and active. Nigga smoke some weed or tobacco or drink some alcohol, all of a sudden I'm dying and shit. Like, goddamn. Gotta start fetching medicine and all that shit. And that was one thing I said in the video, like, here lately, I have been getting zero sleep. I guess my nerves, you know, the longer you live, your body starts to break down. And so I'm thinking like, oh shit, well, I guess, you know, I'll be 32 next month. So I guess my nerves are to the point where they like, nigga, you gonna have to start doubling up on these pills. And that's what I've been doing. I've been just, it's ritualistic. I got rid of a lot of the sugar. Those Minute Maid lemonades, I probably got over 50 bottles over here in the trash dump pile or whatever. I just got addicted to them shits. Man, I took the time to look at the back of that hoe one day. I'm like, color B, of course, fructose corn syrup and all this shit. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm drinking 2 liters, so I'm like, all right, let me put this shit down. I had a half of one sitting right in front of me. I was like, I'm not even gonna drink the rest of it. I'm done with it. If I gotta kick that shit out of my damn life to get some sleep, I will. So, still waking up with the headaches. So I said, all right, well, what else is it? So I've been trying to just get this shit, because it's gotten worse. It's to the point where when I wake up, I have to take two migraines and then 2 allergies and then 2 ibuprofen. I used to be able to just take, the migraine and allergy and then hold off on the ibuprofen. Or wake up, take the ibuprofen and hope that it's just like it's a inflammation headache. And then don't have to take the other 4. You see what I'm saying? But now it's almost like every time, like Clark, like, okay, you have to about to take 6 of these shits. And then the headache will be so deep that I'm having to take then 2 more migraine relief. And then if it's still kicking, okay, now we're gonna take ibuprofen. Okay, if it's still hitting, okay, now I need to take the sinus pills to try to open up my sinuses. That's a lot of pills. And I threw up one morning. And it's just to the point, like, I'm like, dog, like, all this money on fucking pills, like, bro, in an alternate universe, dude, I would have been had a car. I would have been had the shit that I need to where I wouldn't have to live out fucking side. But if I add up all the money, dude, I could buy as much weed as I want to. It'll never break the bank like it does with these fucking pills. These fucking pills, man, that's $30 goddamn dollars for, excuse me, y'all. Oh, it still let me use my flashlight. That's $30 for the pills. They used to be $20-something. They used to be like $19.99. Then them hoes went to $15, and then they went to $10. And so now that they $10, that's a lot. That's a lot more manageable than having to come off $20 every single time. So you looking at those pills, you looking at migraine relief bottle. I bought a $5 bottle, the one with 200 in it. I don't even waste my time playing with the 24 bottle. I'll go through them shits in a day. But yeah, I went to buying those, and then the allergy pills, that's $2.52. So you add all that shit up at the end of my payday, that's probably like $75 on pills. Now I'm talking about on pills. Not to mention the food. Okay? The food that I eat. Again, I'm not trying to, drag my roommate or my old best friend, all this other shit. I'm not trying to drag him in this. You know what I mean? But I like to use him as an example as of to like, bro, like this is some fucking bullshit. The fact that I gotta live like this, knowing that, like, dude, I don't spend a lot of money on food. I really don't. I don't buy clothes and shoes, and I don't even buy video games, y'all. And y'all know I'm a gamer, but I don't buy a Nintendo Switch game every goddamn, every week or something like that. I don't do stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, what else? I don't buy special weed. I don't go in there and say, yeah, let me get that $90 bottle of death shit, whatever. I don't do that. I don't go out to eat. Yeah, man, let me go get cause I don't pay bills. Yeah, let me get a steak and 2 fish sandwiches. I don't do that shit. So I'll be like, dog, if I didn't have all these little fucking mishaps, all these whatever, man, I would not be in this situation. But every fucking day, like, how is water getting in this tent, you might ask? I have no idea. When I leave, I throw the whole little, mesh thing over the top of it, and then I pull back these fucking dirty clothes, and I see this big puddle of water. I'm like, that's attracting gnats. How the fuck is that there? So I gotta buy napkins and trash bags and clean. I'm just like, dude, oh my fucking God, man. If I actually lived like my partner used to live, I always play with myself like that. When it comes to, okay, what if I just went against every thought of like, okay, I gotta go get some medicine. No. Okay, well, you probably finna start bleeding out your fucking eyeballs, from a headache. So you might want to go get these fucking pills. Okay, well, I want to go get something good to eat. All right, well, I'm gonna just go get a pack of ramen, cause I can't cook. So I'm gonna just go get all this damn ramen noodles and all this other shit, just so I can start, so I can just go back to getting fucked up. I don't want to cook and eat good food. I'm trying to get back on my game. I have a hard night and I can say, man, I'm feel like getting drunk as fuck tonight and wake up and go to the weight room. You see what I'm saying, man? Like, if I looked like if I was to behave like that and do shit like that, boy, please, I would not be in this fucking situation. I'm in this situation because every time I look around, I'm spending money that, let's be honest. Like I said, you think I'm going to keep looking at this bag of clothes and just, I'm going to keep putting it off. Or I'm going to keep, wearing these dirty, man, I'm not doing that. We are going to wash our clothes. Toothpaste. You think I'm finna wake up and smoke all this damn shit and eat and do all of that and never put a toothbrush to my goddamn mouth because I'm too lazy to go buy toothpaste? Fuck no. I used to tell that nigga that shit, and I'm like, bro, for you to sit up there, I commend you for being able to pay all the bills, my nigga, but you not really doing shit because you never go pay for nothing that, in a normal setting, bro, your female would be like, nigga, when do you ever cook a meal? When do you ever brush your teeth? When do you ever take a bath? When do you ever wash your clothes? And you just gonna be sitting around here with $50,000 and don't know how to do shit because your ass, like, man, bro, this is shit I be talking about, man. Like, it fucking sucks. It sucks. It sucks, man. Every time. And it put me right behind the 8 ball to start the week. It put me right in that position of, hey, Steven, can you help me pay for this? Hey, Steven, I'll pay you back if you... Man, look. I am so fucking sick of this shit. But I've told y'all, man, that's part of being spiritual. You don't have an abundance of anything. And yeah, shit will happen. And for people out there, it ain't just spiritual people, it's everybody. No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't make me hurt your feelings. A lot of you niggas out here just NPCs. Y'all just exist for people like myself and others to grow. Y'all niggas ain't out here serving no purpose. Fuck out of here. Who told y'all was serving a purpose? Not everybody on this planet serves a purpose, a spiritual purpose. Not everybody does that. But for the people that do, it's a motherfucker, man. It is really a motherfucker to go through this shit. It's a motherfucker to go through this shit, y'all. It is. It is. I've made a lot of sacrifices, a lot of things I've, tried to refrain from buying and shit like that. And it's just, I don't want to lose another job because of my attitude. But I must say, man, this is some... It feels like it should have happened because I told y'all there is nothing that I do to myself that causes me to act out. It's normally shit that I cannot control. I caught the phone. It didn't even hit the ground, but me just catching it caused the little cracks in it to just get, to crack the phone even more. To the point where I'm now having to sit there and try to, self-motivate to turn my attitude around so that I can help this dude clean his kitchen. So that's why I'm just like, dog, like, I hope nothing bad comes from this. I hope the young nigga I hope he can forgive me. Because he's explained to me, I'm normally the one that breaks the ice with honesty so that other people then say stuff that they want to say. Nobody is really bold and have courage anymore. So when I told him, like, I know that I'm an unlikable person. And he was like, yeah, I didn't like working with you at first. He was like, but he was like, you cool now. Which I don't know what it was about, a lot of people just, instead of trying to explain it away, I just tell myself, like, I know I'm unlikable. When I get pushed over the limit of anything, it's gonna show. I'm not your everyday person that gets upset and then 10 minutes later they didn't forgot about what they upset about. Now you can say, well, that's mature. Well, yeah, but when things really do make me sick and piss me the fuck off, it's like a physical stain on my shirt I can't get off. That's why I told Caesar that, I'm like, bro, I'm not saying everybody's supposed to be like me. I struggle with this shit. I don't walk around here thinking I got it all figured out and I'm perfect and my attitude is flawless. And dude, I'm fucked off in the head. Spiritually, I am a fucked off person. I got dual personalities where, certain side, like a more adolescent side comes out where I'll be at work and somebody would want me to take something serious, but I don't know. I am just, again, I believe a lot of that comes from my mom and smoking weed, fucking with your psychological state of mind. I've already said smoking weed for me, I think it makes me impatient. It gives me that tired-eyed look of like, I don't have time for your shit. But then other times, weed gives me just a boost of energy that it's almost like taking a shot of whiskey. Like, you feel it instantly, like, whoa, okay, I'm up now. So, but that's all I want to update, man. I got a YouTube channel, and I don't post nothing on it. Today I was getting ready, like I said, to work on, publishing this video because the format that I'm using, it takes a lot of data. Once you clip all them videos up, and then they gotta render in them and do all that other dumb shit. I'm doing this off a cell phone. If it was on a laptop, it'd be faster, but this is all off of a cell phone. But to let you guys know, it was nothing that was earth-shattering or earth-shaking that I wanted to talk about. Again, I talked about Mother's Day, the fact that I sent my mother, when I talked about courage, I sent my mother a voice message, my stepmother, saying, you were not the mother that I wanted. You were the mother that I needed. And I sent that shit in the group chat because I wanted these people to understand, like, this is real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a kid, I could not fucking stand you. As a young man, I could not stand you. As a grown man, I could not stand you. But I done been away from my parents and my family. My little brother dies. And then all of a sudden, it just created an energy in me of like, bro, I love my parents. I love my family. And I'm not going to let this shit die out. I'm not going to let that fire die out. Because it's real easy to just keep posting stuff about R.I.P. Jeremiah. We love you, Jerry. Blah, 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 blah. Man, look. I'm going to do whatever I can to carry on my little brother legacy. I'm on record saying that little nigga did that coward ass shit because he didn't have nobody to fall back on. So he thought committing suicide would be the equivalent of punching that girl square dead in her face. Not knowing that you hurt a lot of people, dog. If you were still alive, I'd probably slap you for that shit. You would feel the slap of my hand across your face as your older brother saying, why would you do that, dog? You know how many people you cause, heartache? Mom and dad, them niggas, man, come on, dog. All because you lost your job, nigga. You ain't had no setbacks in life yet, my nigga. You ain't been to jail yet. You ain't had to go through what me and Xavier went through. Not knowing if we gonna come home, because, my parents was like, bro, if you go to jail for any reason, we ain't coming to get you, dog. You gonna stick it out. So me and my older brother, nigga, we ain't never even bothered picking up the phone because we knew my dad was serious. We knew my dad wasn't gonna go back on his word. My dad gonna be like, nigga, you think I got money growing on trees? You gonna have to stick it out, my nigga. You made your bed, lay in it, CJ and Xavier. But you feel like, oh man, I lost my job, brother. And look, I understand the psychological fucking of how they did you, bro. You come to work and they, like I say that shit a lot. I'm like, bro, I left work thinking it was a good day. Just to come back to work and then niggas, oh, hey, what happened the other day? I don't know. Had a good day, clocked out, went home. That's not what I heard. Now you gotta try to get all these stories from everybody and shit like that. I told y'all, I already got 2 write-ups, and one of the write-ups is from a chick that if I was to tell Janet, do you see how you get along with Africa? Now, do you think her write-up is justified based off of how she talked to you? You tell me yeah, and you're a damn liar. Y'all done got into it every day since she done came back off vacation. Because she got a mouth. She tried to tell me I got a slick mouth. No, your mouth is slick. My mouth can't be slick when I don't open it. I be ready to headbutt you. My first response to that type of drama is not to just try to explain. No, I'm going to let you say what you say. Better hope you don't say nothing stupid. And then at the end of all your little soliloquy, I'm going to say, all right, do you hear me? Yeah, I got you. You good. Or I probably won't even say nothing. I probably won't even say nothing. I told y'all, sometimes I don't even say shit because I know I'm finna say the wrong thing. So a lot of times I just let that shit go. When they sitting there trying to force an answer out of me, I'm like, bro, I'm not finna give you the answer. I'm not. I'm really not. So that's gonna be it, man. I'm gonna get this shit uploaded. And then, like I say, here in a couple hours, man, I gotta go to freaking Walmart and buy another damn phone and start this shit all over, man. Support the Cash App. The Cash App is Charles Edwards III. Listen, when you support me, you supporting a dude that I'm self-motivated. You understand? I've been through enough in life to understand that I'm playing catch up. In the process of playing catch up, I have an answer for a lot of the bad shit that go on in my life, quote unquote bad stuff. So Caesar like, man, why if I don't like something at my job, I'm going to then get my diploma so that I can further my education to get a better job or to be around people that I share things in common interest. I like sports injury, sports medicine, physical therapy, massage therapy, weightlifting. These are things that I'm interested in. So if I'm around other people and this is the atmosphere that we around, which is weightlifting health, then 9 times out of 10, ain't really too many things you're gonna do to piss me off. But see, at these low-level, bum-ass, bottom-feeding jobs, you're gonna deal with people that since my brother's passing, I've become very motivated to want to hurry up and get out of here. I kept telling Caesar, I just want out. I don't want to keep coming up here day in and day out complaining about this shit. I want to get out of here. This ain't for me, dog. It's not. It's not. If I'm gonna ever lose a job, bro, it cannot be due to me just like shutting down or some shit. Because that's how I look at it. Like, if I would have did what I did today at a big title job, they'd have been like, bro, you like, okay, you broke your phone or whatever. Like, we know you pissed off. Like, just go calm your nerves or some shit like that. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? That's how they would have treated it. But then here, you be amazed. They'll be like, oh man, you know, that's not Domino's policy. You know, they'll act like you just did this shit, you know, in the Oval Office of the White House or something. Like, it's not that serious, bro. I didn't leave. I didn't just, you know, storm out and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did like storm out, but I didn't like shut down on the nigga. You know, I kept making food or whatever, but I did need several moments to just kind of like reel myself back in. Cause that shit had me feeling like I was finna vomit. Knowing I'm finna have to come up off this damn money, that this money probably should get me to what? Saturday at the latest? I eat the same thing damn near every day, chicken and rice, all of it from the deli. But again, y'all, if you want to help me out, you hit my Cash App up, I would appreciate it. $ Charles, that was the third. You know, that's Roman numeral 3. And I'm going to just try to enjoy whatever little night that I have. I'm out.